8 Most expensive divorces in history. 1. Adnan Khashoggi and Soraya Khashoggi $875 million. $2.5 billion adjusted for inflation. The Saudi munitions merchant has a reputation for living a lavish lifestyle. Because of his extravagant parties, he was dubbed the Great Gatsby of the Middle East. Sandra Daly, an English woman, was Soraya's first identity. She became a Muslim in 1963 in order to wed Adnan. Their divorce in 1974 garnered widespread media attention. Adnan's planes were impounded by Soraya. To negotiate a deal, Adnan abducted their 5 kids. 2. Harold Hamm and Sue Ann Arnold, $974.8 million. $1.2 billion adjusted for inflation. Shale oil tycoon Harold Hamm is worth $44 billion. He married Sue Ann a second time. In 2012, she sought a divorce and demanded half of his wealth, which was at the time valued at $20 billion. The judge decided she would get $1 billion. She filed an appeal and requested a higher amount, but finally settled for $974.8 million. 3. Steve Wynn and Elaine Wynn, $1 billion. $1.2 billion adjusted for inflation. Wynn Resorts and Mirage Resorts were both created by Steve and Elaine Wynn. They had become millionaires thanks to the casino and resort business. They have an unusual relationship. Elaine and Steve wed in 1963, and they later divorced in 1986. They remarried in 1991 before divorcing once more in 2010. Elaine continues to reside at the Southern Highlands Gold Club House. 4. Bernie Ecclestone and Slavica Ecclestone, $1.2 billion. $1.5 billion adjusted for inflation. The previous CEO of Formula One is still a multi-billionaire. Not as fortunate has been Slavica, who left him in 2009. Her daughter's home was looted in 2019. A $63 million worth of jewelry was taken. Slavica had to put her $127 million house up for sale. 5. Rupert Murdoch and Anna Murdoch, $1.7 billion. $2.8 billion adjusted for inflation. Anna received a $110 million monetary settlement in 1999. He married Wendy Deng just 17 days after the divorce was declared final. After 14 years of marriage, they divorced. She was 38 years his junior. Then Jerry Hall was divorced and Rupert got married. He has a new fiancée once more at the age of 91. 6. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, $2.7 billion. $200,000 per month. In child support. Ye and Kim were divorced in 2022 while he was still rich. They gave her exclusive custody of the children. Ye ran into controversy later that year as a result of his anti-Semitic remarks. He lost the $1 billion Adidas contract. Despite Kim now having more wealth than him, he is still required to pay child support. 7. Alec Wildenstein and Jocelyn Wildenstein, $3.8 billion. $6.2 billion adjusted for inflation. In 1999, Alec and Jocelyn were divorced. He was a peculiar horse breeder and art collector. Jocelyn once discovered him sharing a bed with a 19-year-old. On her, Alec pulled a gum. After divorcing him, she underwent several cosmetic procedures. 8. Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Bezos, $38 billion. $40.3 billion adjusted for inflation. In 2019, Jeff Bezos ranked as the richest person in the world. Then he granted his wife a divorce. 25% of their Amazon shares was given to Mackenzie. That equates to 4% of the company's ownership. Till 2021, Bezos would still hold the